DJ Baker is serving it to you raw and uncut.
It's so tasty, too.
All right, listen, let's get back into it, all right? So we're not going to have any more clips, right? Forget it. Let's just get into this. Let's wrap this up. So basically, Hugo went to social media and basically said that this person is ugly and, can you pull up the actual quote, please? Or did he get rid of it? I don't know. Like sometimes people get rid of things. You know what I'm saying? After it's all said and done, it's like, well, okay, well, I didn't mean to say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he took it down. So I know it's in my situation. So could you look over there, please? Thank you. Look for it. Because he's made two different comments about this. You know what I'm saying? Did you see what's his name? Collapsed? Yeah, what's his name? The TD Jakes guy. Yeah. It's a shame, right? It's a shame. But he went on to say, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Can you pull it up? Thank you. All right, here we go. Khalid says, I got outed and the world is still continues to turn. Let's get the thing straight. I am not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, I ain't nobody's business. Well, it's our business now that it's gotten this far. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a hot-bedded shame. So he called him ugly. That was the focus of this whole thing, this whole weekend, was that he called him ugly. He went and he said that ugly he was not talking about that ugly in the sense of his looks. He was more talking about, the person inside. And I understood that. If you understand what the accusations of the manipulation, you want to be out, but then you have me sitting in the car. You don't want to be out. Which one is it, boo? Do you want to be out or do you not want to be out? It seems like he was, toying with his emotions. 1 minute he's talking about, let's be out. I'm going to bring you out at the, marshmallow party. I wonder why you wanted to bring him out to the marshmallow party. What was up at the marshmallow party? You know what I'm saying? And what he's saying is people are pushing drugs on him to get him to sleep with them all the time. He did not want to be a trophy boyfriend. That's what I got too. The same thing that Armand got. He didn't want to be a trophy boyfriend. Now y'all focused on the ugly part because you thought he was calling him ugly. Well, he was calling him ugly and wasn't his face. I mean, he was dating him, fool. You know what I mean? He's not talking about ugly in that sense. He was talking about an ugly soul. And to be honest with you, from that response of Khalid, I could see a little bit of it coming through. I mean, let's get into to his response just quickly. Let's hear it again. This is exactly what he said. I got outed and the world still continues to turn. Oh, so you're going to be a sarcastic little snot. Okay, then he goes on to go, let's get it straight. I am not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all. There y'all go. Next topic, please. And at first, like I said, I don't like outing at all. I don't think outing is a good way of, but when you have nothing left in your toolbox to hurt that person, to wield at that person, even if, you know what I'm saying, Hugo admitted that it was an emotional move. He was pissed off about these things keep coming back, that he can't do anything because the industry thinks he's a thief. What did he say? He said it's really funny how it works. Maybe this is what Hugo said over the weekend. He said maybe it's because of how I look or how easy it is to blame someone who looks like me. My intention was never to out anyone who clearly has been out. Well, I mean, he's saying that he's not out, but now he is. So, I mean, but he's the one. He's the one. You've been dating him for 2.5 years, and that's the manipulation, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to come out with you, and this whole thing where he can't, see. I just can't get over the can't see the family part. That bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I think of that, I think of control. You know what I'm saying? And then the family and the friends around him, saying whisperings behind his ear. That's so possible. Oh, I don't know, guys. He says, my intention was never to out someone who clearly was out. When I was speaking about ugliness, I was speaking about his soul. Exactly. I kind of got that. Specifically, when you talk about someone who's dated someone and you call them ugly, then we know where that's coming from, right? Okay, good. But all of a sudden, everyone started to defend him. And, well, he's not ugly. He's not. Look at him. Okay, so you look at someone with a decent face, well put together, dark chocolate brother. Yeah, he looks good. No one's calling that man ugly. They're calling his soul ugly. And the only person who was calling him his soul ugly was someone who had been inflicted with his manipulation, okay? So he had the right to call him ugly, all right? And if he has an ugly soul, Diddy's ugly, you know what I mean? The ugly, disgusting bastard. That's what he is. You know who else is ugly? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's ugly. You know what I mean? These ugly people that are walking around, they're uglies. They're the uglies. And I stand by that, and shout out to you, Hugo, for saying it. All right. He goes on to say, he said, my intentions was to share my story and share how he tried to use his power to silence me. Y'all wasn't there. Don't understand the emotional distress he put me through with that lie. See? And see, this is why I've said he was willing to move forward. This happened how many years ago, but this is still being held over his head when he's trying to do business out here. And this industry's not easy, and if all it takes is one bad rumor. He said he never stole a thing. He said, so I was threatened with fake accusations of breaking into his home with a rock. Mind you, I had full access and the keys to the house. I believe that. Specifically, he was taking you everywhere, and everyone was upset. Why would everyone be around him, his family, be upset if you didn't give access? He said he wanted him to move in. He said he wanted him to give up his apartment. He said he wasn't giving up his apartment. I'm Team Hugo here in every turn, in every stretch, in every way. Even down to the outing. I think the outing was a way of lashing out at him. You're lashing out at me. The only power he has is that. That's it. And Khalid basically took that away from him when he said, well, no, I'm without. I'm cool. There's no big deal here. No big deal here. He flipped it on them. And now he has legions of hate mail. He has death threats. I believe he has death threats too. I saw the anger from the mafia, the people who are very upset about this, and are coming for his neck because they're defending their favorite artist. And I think it's great that you want to defend your favorite artist, but I don't know if your favorite artist needs you to defend him here. And defend him in this type of vigorous way. I can understand you say, well, he's not ugly, and move it on. And then you find out he's talking about his soul, and then you go, okay, fine, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And then you move on. But no, you guys wanted to drag this out for dear life and try to, say that he was calling him ugly and the colorism came into it. But mind you, that's all he dated, because the guy before was dark-skinned too. Wasn't he not? The first guy, pull up the picture. Now don't tell me, just pull up the picture. So the first guy was dark skinned. I don't know what the problem is. If he likes dark skinned men, what is the issue? I mean, he was putting up with a lot of the stuff from the get go. So let's really talk about it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's how I feel. Seems like he was putting up with a lot. And you guys are not bringing that into you're not bringing that into the topic. All you're just saying is he's a colorist. Can you go to that video for a quick second? I just need to get some information off it. His name is Denzel Dion, and this was 3 years ago. So this was after. They met in New York. They said they met in New York. And this was 3 years ago when he was driving around with his ex. And all I see is someone giggly and fun who likes to get high and he's shy. I do not see this escort, devious, person that was preying on Khalid, who has all this money and power. I mean, you guys really got to really get your head out of your asses with this shit. If you really do. Think about it. Who has the power dynamic here? What power does he have other than to say, oh, he's gay? You know, and I was blowing his back out. And then you guys totally forget about the pink cocaine part. You forget about the manipulation part. You don't think about that. You don't think about all the things he did to the guy. I don't see Khalid denying it. I don't see Khalid out here saying this never happened. Scrub it. You'll find out. He didn't say one thing. He hasn't said one thing. Hugo has said the same thing in two different statements. Three different statements if you get into the first original statement. And you guys are still attacking him. Instead of questioning your man over there, the Khalid guy. The guy with all the damn power. The one with the millions of dollars. The one with the label behind him. This independent guy is just trying to, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to make a living. He's trying to get up there. He's trying to be with you. And I do agree that somebody said, you know, well, if he's complaining in the situation while they're, you know, together, and he's like, oh, woe is me, you know, and then he knows he's got money. Of course, yes. But then what does that make him? Someone who thinks that because this person loves me that they'll support me. But they didn't do that. They didn't support his music. They didn't support him. And he said that. And when it came to talking about his career, it was like he was dismissed. I don't understand why you guys don't believe victims. It was getting on my fucking nerves. It's getting on my fucking nerves. You guys don't listen to anybody who's telling you people in power are using their power to silence and manipulate and treat people in these manipulative ways and causing trauma. You feel what I'm saying, right? I think that, and then this is my final decision. This is how I feel, and I'm going to leave it at that because I think that the more we know, the more we'll figure out. And Khalid's going to have to come out and respond to these allegations. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Shout out to Hugo for actually coming out and saying it. Hugo Diamante, everyone. I am on the side of Hugo Diamante here. I think he was being manipulated by Khalid. I think that he was also being silenced by Khalid by using his money and his power and this idea that he's a thief. You know, you guys don't. I think you guys don't understand. You know, how the people really feel about. You know. Come on, they think he's a little queen trying to get a little dollars and money and cents. To the fact that we called him an escort before he was an escort. I mean, I've seen him on OnlyFans, don't get me wrong. That's a whole nother topic, the whole OnlyFans part that he was trying to cut him off from. Well, this is my only way of making money. I don't want your money. I'm not trying to get your money. That's what he kept saying. I'm not trying to get your money. I'm trying to make my own money. I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm team, whatchamacallit here. I'm team Hugo. Shout out to Hugo, everyone. We're here for it. And then we'll do Shamar and everything else. But his name is Denzel Dion. I wonder if he's going to come out and say anything. This was 3 years ago, March 21st, 2021. Okay? And they were in the car. They were talking about how they met, and you know this is his demeanor. I think that's his character. You see the character that you see here compared to the character that Khalid is displaying. I think you can see the difference. I think you can see who had the power, where the power dynamic was. You know what I mean? And it's a shame that we don't believe victims at all. That's the first thing we did was we turned on him. I have to include myself too. I turned on him too before listening to the entire thing. From what I heard, you know, how could Hugo out Khalid? But I think if we look further, I think that he was pushed there. And I think that we're not looking at the things that were done to him by Khalid. I think you got to look at it in full context. And in that case, the Pink Mafia is going with Hugo. Said Hugo, he got this case for me. There you go. Shout out to Hugo Diamante. We'll come back. We'll talk more about Shamar and everything else, all right? Keep it locked there, everyone.
Oh, we know how you like it. Raw and uncut with DJ Baker.
Go out there, man. Do your thing. All right, go get it.